Mm, 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 mm. All right, take two. Let's see how the YouTube is working this round. Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. Welcome to another Fan Art Friday with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I, Dr. Theron Sherman, even when I'm in quarantine for possibly being an anomaly, but won't be for long. It ends today. It ends today. We're so excited. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Either way, no matter what I'm doing daily, I stream for you guys to educate, illuminate, and elucidate you to the mysteries of this SCP Foundation. Whether it's questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff that does the containing, the group of interests who hate that we do the containing, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that are outside the Foundation's purview, whether it be because they are from a different multiverse or a pataphysical narrative level, i.e. fandom. I, Dr. Sherman, Site Director of Site 42 and Head Containment Specialist, am here to answer your questions so you are better at securing, containing, and protecting. And so, yes, some of you noticed I'm wearing D-Class personnel outfits. For the last couple of days, I've been in quarantine because I've been accused quite erroneously and really out there-wise of being some sort of anomaly with a bevy of different spaghettis thrown at the wall, seemingly. But we are following protocols and making sure there's no anomalous effect from me, a perfectly normal, average human site director, nor my pen, a perfectly average pen, but not a human pen. That would be anomalous, and this is a non-anomalous pen, so it's definitely not a human pen. I am here to answer your questions for the next 30 to 45 minutes. But before I do that, I have a couple things to do, and I do note that the donation has been made. I will get to it after my itinerary for the day. So first part of itinerary, catching you up in case you weren't here, yes, I've been accused of being anomalous. This happened after twice in the last week. I went out after hours to enjoy my time as a site director, my nights off, and I went to a couple of bars, and both of those bars erupted into dance parties, which I point out is not anomalous. It is instead just really fun to dance, and once people get over their inhibitions, everyone wants to dance. It's fun. You got to move your body to the music. Not anomalous that I inspire people to dance, especially, come on, I'm a dance teacher. Half of my job is to inspire people to dance, so, Furthermore, it was then added to my roster that on the following day, day 2 of quarantine, that it was possible that I was some sort of black-eyed demon having powers, preposterous, that I was an avatar of the Scarlet King, excuse me? Or that I am a Florida man, and even I myself have pointed out that Florida men are anomalous. And that's a sticky one. Quantum Physics Department and the Pataphysics Department are both working out how two true but mutually exclusive statements are currently existing in a narrative superposition. So once they get back to me on how I am not anomalous despite being a Florida man, I will have that answer for you, because both statements are true. I'm not sure how. That is mysteries of the universe. I can't say we understand all anomalies. They're anomalies after all. And finally, yesterday I was accused, additionally being forced to stay in a third day of quarantine, where I was told that SCP-4521 was not the tree, but it was me thinking the tree needed to scream that was anomalous. Oh, that's some BS. We all know that tree needs to scream. It was making people crazy when it was planted in the ground in God's Silence, Oregon. And think about that. A tree that doesn't scream, the only tree that doesn't scream, lives in God's Silence, Oregon. Do you think there's a meaning to that? Do you think 4521 might be the voice of God being silent? I think it has a better claim than 343 does to being God. That I'll tell you, but we won't know until we make it scream. And if it's God, oh, that will be so much sweeter when it screams. I'm just so excited about that. But it's not anomalous for me to think so. And finally, I was accused of being a release vector for SCP-022-J-2, which is the anomalous idea that you shouldn't use titanium for everything because it's not the perfect metal for every situation, and people who think that are idiots who just heard the word Titan in the name and think it's super cool. I'm not crazy. They're idiots. Anyways, today they are out of tests on me to do, and so at the end of this stream, I will be walking out of here a free man. You're welcome for being a perfectly capable and non-anomalous human site director. You're welcome. So, number two on our itinerary is to remind you of the stream sponsor, because the stream is sponsored by our friends in the description, and with whom I shall link you now. We are again being sponsored by our dear friends at the SCP Playing Card Company, VIPC. VIPC is making some dope SCP playing cards. They come in shiny boxes, some of which have very cool release mechanisms if you get the fancy collector's box. They come with these awesome metal ID cards. We die in the dark so you may live in the light. And of course, the coolest part of all is when you look at all the designs. Oh, is that, by chance, a sick-ass Dr. Sherman, as well as a Mr. Illustrated playing card? So yes, get your playing cards. There are 3 days to go on this campaign. So you should get your cards before we run out of time. I am 50% sure there is a discounted price for the backers and or shipping, something like that. I think it will probably be more expensive when they come out for actual sale after the Kickstarter. So if you can get them while they're hot, you should get them while they're hot. And I have put that link into the chat so that you may grab it. Pinned message. Senior Researcher Fogman, I am considering it, you say. Well, there are 3 days left to consider. I mean, they will come out for retail after that. It's just that, as I said, I think, no guarantees. I'm trying to remember. I think they'll either be a little more expensive or the shipping will be a little more expensive. That's how these Kickstarter things go. And I'm broke, gang. Yeah, broke, gang. I getcha. Hopefully you can afford them when they come out on retail or the next batch of things that happens. We're always bringing up new SCP merch ideas and working with teams to bring out cool stuff, because you go to Hot Topic and you can get every piece of merch imaginable for your favorite animes or bands. SCP, because of the Creative Commons, you just can't get good merch. And so it's nice to be able to get some good merch, right? How do you change necklaces if you are in containment? Intern Dark, they give me a little leeway. I am the site director after all. They bring me the necklaces, obviously. So, from here, the last piece on our itinerary is, of course, Fan Art Friday. It's Fan Art Friday. Fan Art Friday. We don't have a Fan Art Friday song. I need a Fan Art Friday song. I need to think about that. But in the meantime... Oh, I swear to God, if you give me hiccups right now. Specifically, I swear to Bread Jesus, because I could really use a big glug of wine to help me cure the hiccups. All right, coffee has to do. All right. So, starting off today's Fan Art Friday with Zerdrin. Zerdrin is our first Fan Art Fridayer of the day. And Zerda sent us 2 tiny doodles, one of which is a doodle Dr. Sherman losing at tic-tac-toe. Now, the thing I note is that you're now saying that this isn't just a doodle Sherm that you doodled, but it is a living entity that you can play games with if you play on the paper it's on, similar to some of the other written anomalies that we have. Interesting. And furthermore, am I a pretty Shermaid, you ask? Thank you, Zerdrin. Also, Thank you to Christian Denotil for subscribing. Welcome to staff here at Site42. Second up, Director Ethan has upgraded their Dr. Sherman and Raymond hand portrait with this abomination. Why? Why would you do this? It is too late to submit mac and cheese, but you can submit for next week. Next up on our list, Dark Duality. They made for us the royal painting of Fernand the Cannibal and the Plague Doctor, SCPs 082 and 049. And I gotta be honest, this is hitting me up with some very terrible, that horrifying painting where the creepy dude is eating the smaller creepy dude. I forget what the name of that painting is. But woof. Next up on our list, Val has sent us another piece of fan art. And their fan art concept here, I'm going to read it first, is: what if Dr. Sherman was a separate son of the Scarlet King, also a wyvern? So Dr. Thergon Sherman is what we're seeing here. A.A. Blackwood, thank you for Cronus eating his son. Yes, that is what I was thinking of. But now we moved on to Thragon Sherman, with details I note, as you say at the bottom text here, Lil Bro and pen collection at the bottom. My dragon hoard is pens. I like the detail of the SCP Foundation split halo. I find that very interesting. You did do a good job of mint green. You asked for my color preferences and you did well. And so this is what if I were a son of the Scarlet King, which guess what? I am not a son of the Scarlet King or an avatar thereof, in case you were wondering, since I am a non-anomalous site director. But if I were, it might look something like this. Which, funny story, it doesn't look like in real life because I am not anomalous. But good dragon. The amount of dragons at Site 42 is on its own anomalous, but that's not related to me. That's just anomalous, basic Foundation anomalous. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not a dragon attractor of any sort, anomalous or otherwise. Okay. Next up. Hold on one second. I am looking for the next art. While I'm doing that, why are you a D class? I'm not a D class. I'm just in containment on quarantine while they experiment on whether or not I am an anomaly, because there have been some accusations made. Some of it by you guys in the Containment Hazard Assessment team, cruelly. And so I am supposed to be released at the end of today's stream. But before I can be done with that, here is our next Fan Art Friday. It should be right there. Oh, that's not it. Ow. Right. Now, junior researcher Sally, I believe, is next in line. Yes, that is Sally's turn. And Sally is one of the few people who I will give multiple sketches because they're extremely prolific, and they never miss. So here is a prospective merch of a suited up Dr. Sherman at that wedding I was at this weekend. I don't know if you can see the little detail work of the Foundation logo at the top of the lattice work. That's very cute. And so, prospective keychain merch from Sally. Moving on, we also have me stuck here in this room, very sad at the quarantine, Not a fan. We have a bigger version where you can see the details on that Perspective merch keychain. I think it's very nice. Very handsome. Okay, we didn't need to remind me of that time that I spent interning in the Catboy dimension. It was fine. We didn't need it. And why? We didn't need that either. What the hell do you mean? What the hell do you mean? Sally! Sally, why? No! Why is it there? Ah, this version without sunglasses. Still there, I notice. Oh my. Ooh. And also, wow. Wow, Sherman. How Sherman. That's... I love... Why do the scales give me a boob window? Why do the scales give me a boob window? What? Why? Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good. Sally, excellent as always. You never miss. You never miss. You can check out Sally is Silly at Blue Sky and Sally the Silly Potato on Tumblr if you want to follow Sally's socials. Now, Kai, you sent me 2 emails, but they were both of the same art, so I'm going to show one of them. You also didn't give me any pronouns or anything, so I'm just saying Kai. Hello, Kai. You made this nice little mallow doodle. And it's a nice little mallow doodle. Like, it's got surprising personality and character for such a small doodle. It looks like such a happy guy. Or them. So yeah, that's a nice doodle. We can appreciate some doodle there. What is his beef with the bunny? Dr. Dyshern. Please check out the documentation for SCP 729-J. That article is the source of that thing. And you will see exactly why I, self, and no one like that thing. All right, and this is our last artist of 2 artists of the day. I skipped someone by accident. Here is... Did not give me a name besides Mimicker, but oh my god. Oh my. Revenge of the Shermaid. Jeez. Why do you guys make me do this? Why do you do this? A whole new world. Why am I dreaming of that thing? No, it's a crossover with Sally again. You fucks done staring? Okay. Jiminy sakes. Is it against any rules to make a pin of the Site42 logo for personal use? I would only make one to put on my personal bag. I mean, I don't know how to tell you this, but it is perfectly legal because of the Creative Commons of SCP for anyone to make any merch of anything SCP for sale if you want, as long as you credit the original source. So if you wanted to credit Dr. Sherman or Site42, you could credit the YouTube channel in your Creative Commons release and link to the YouTube channel. And Dr. Sherman Site42 merch, if you want to make it, that is on you. You don't even have to pay me for that. It's not like a licensing thing. It's just allowed on the Creative Commons we have. Now, if you did want to use my character and all, and maybe send me a cut, I wouldn't say no, but you wouldn't have to. All right. And now we are on our last of the Fan Art Fridays. So before, I read this one from A.A. Blackwood in the Containment Hazard Assessment team. They gave me a story. So, in another universe, Dr. Raymond Ham got a cold right before interviewing SCP-049. Dr. Theron Sherman, worried for Ray's safety around the volatile 049, decided to conduct the interview in his stead. From that point on, the events remained largely the same. 049 snapped, killed Dr. Sherman, and transformed him into an instance of SCP-049-2. Ham was the one who found Sherman like that, and was attacked by the SCP-049-2 instance, and had to put it down. Overcome by grief, Dr. Ham went mad, stole an anomalous object in order to hop realities with one goal in mind: eliminate every instance of SCP-049 throughout the multiverse. I mean, I just wanted to shove them into cat-made waifu dimensions, so Ham is going, well, ham on this scenario. After many years of traveling and eliminating instances of 049, Dr. Ham came across a multiverse where he was dead, and Dr. Sherman had been transformed into SCP-049 himself. Overwhelmed, Ham defeated 049 Sherman, but was too tired to continue on with his mission. So he gave 049 Sherman the researcher ID card that had once belonged to his Sherman, and then hugged him, stabbing 049 Sherman in the back with an anomalous knife, while 049 Sherman touched his neck with an ungloved hand, putting an end to both of their miseries and dying as they had lived, as friends. And now I bring up the whole thing, although I'm gonna have to scroll it. Yeah, I have to scroll it. And let me see, I gotta get this in my hand first, then I gotta pull up the art. I hope it stays dark forever. I hope the worst isn't over. And I hope that you blink before I do. And I hope if I never get sober. And I hope when you think of me years down the line, you can't find a good thing to say. And I hope that if I had the strength to walk out, you'd stay the hell out of my way. I am drowning. There is no sign of land. You are coming down with me. Hand in unlovable hand, and I hope you die. I hope we both die. I'm not crying, you're crying. Shut up. So, yeah. Fan Art Friday, huh? Fan Out Friday. So, there were 2 rule breakers this week. I want to let you know if you weren't seen. One person sent just their OC, which, remember, it has to be a canon SCP or Dr. Sherman, Site 42 inside jokes. It's fan art. It's not just art of your own OC. That's not fan art of the SCP Foundation and or Site 42. And the other one that we did not show had gotcha characters. And the art has to be drawn by you. No gotcha, no other pre-generated arts, and definitely no AI. Sherman is canon, you're right. Dr. Sherman is canon. But a lot of what we do here at Site 42 is not canon. Now, for those in the chat who are asking, Desk is, I believe, asleep, as happens sometimes. So we are deskless today. And we are also about 10 minutes from the end of stream. 10 minutes from the end of stream. So let me quickly head over to the donos and make sure that we don't miss any. Just Alice, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Go ahead and grab yourself a Wafa Thin Mint on your way past the commissary. We've been Freaky Friday. You have my D-Class outfit, I have your lab coat. And your card? Wait a second. Hey, I'll get my lab coat back when I get out of this cell in about 10 minutes. You leave that alone. Rat, welcome to Level 1 Researchership here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. And we look forward to the research you will be making plots to win the battle against the white names. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Get yourself a chili dog on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, we're having a problem at Site Dwarf about massive pub crawl leading to some fatalities and 12 wounded dwarves. We did more damage to ourselves. You've got to keep those parties in line, man. When you are as tense as we are at the Foundation and therefore at the dwarfs as well, my oh my, do they party hard and they party dangerously. So yeah, you got to watch out for that. J Pendragon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Get yourself a waffle on your way past the commissary. Doctor, I found security footage of 049 getting a hold of the gender switching stone. I was trying to escape. Luckily, a skeleton stopped it. Well, 049 has free use of the gender switching stone right now due to an agreement we have between us and it working on a mobile task force to help contain anomalies. So I hope the skeleton didn't cause any problems. Phantom Reactor, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some nachos on your way past the commissary. D-Class, screenshot. Spider-Man's going to laugh. I'm not a D-Class. I'm just in quarantine until the end of this stream because I've been determined to be non-anomalous, despite having been accused of being an avatar of the Scarlet King, or some sort of demon with black eyes, or some sort of, cognitohazard that makes people dance, or being a Florida man, which is true, they are anomalous and I am a Florida man, but I'm still not anomalous, and once pataphysics figures out the quantum superposition of those two true statements, I will be proven non-anomalous. Finally, no, making the tree scream is not a cognitohazard only I have, and people using titanium for the wrong reasons do deserve to get punched in the titanium tits. Seriously, not a cognitohazard. I am normal, a non-anomalous human site director. You have no fucking idea how much this healed me. I have genuinely been suffering from bouts of ennui lately, and they just proved to me that I am good at art and I can make people feel stuff. I mean, hell yeah. I am happy you had this kind of epiphany in our scene here. We are an arts community first and foremost, and so people seeing art and enjoying it and being affected by it, even low-level art can have an effect. I mean, remember, science fiction was just pulp magazines when it started, and it was like very short stories with very simple ideas, science fiction, as it started. So, yeah, make stuff. Make stuff. You can change the world, man, if you make the right thing at the right time. So, just even if you're butterfly affecting, you change one person with your art, and it filters out to the person they change and the person they change. Think about what an effect you have on the world. If you just make one person have a better day, maybe they make someone else's day better, who helps someone else who doesn't rob a bank or something. So yes, smile at people as you walk by. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, would Black Mesa do work for the SCP Foundation? Black Mesa is from Half-Life, and what would SCP Foundation deal with the border world of Zen? So, Black Mesa is the kind of people who would not work with us. They are very stingy with their resources, the same as Aperture. Not very friendly as an overall organization. And so we would be rivals more than working together. Furthermore, we would try to keep the border world of Zen just out of our ish, so to speak. Keep the portals closed. Keep things from getting in. That is the Foundation's way. Contain it! Phantom Reactor, thank you for donating again. Don't matter, D-Class outfit, Spider-Man is laughing. Freaking webhead. I will have that webhead in a box. One way or another. This is just a small Small setback in my plans, webhead. Dr. Sherman, I finally told my mom my new name, female to male. And by the way, is Steve still site director? Well, congratulations. I hope that your family situation is taking that well for you, especially in these trying times. And meanwhile, yes, Steve is still interim site director for 5 more minutes when I get out of here. Just wait till after the credits when I am let out. Yes, finally. Freedom at last. Coming. Okay, Jazzy Boy, I do see there is more text in your email. You still didn't give me your name. Oh, it's in the subject. Jazzy Boy is in the subject. I didn't read the title. I just read the body of it, and it didn't have a name. I get it now. Son of a gun. All right, refreshing the chat because it seems to be working weirdly. Let's refresh that real quick. Okay, now we're up and functioning. Will you play Silk Song? It's $20 free on the Xbox Game Pass. I will probably... I haven't played Hollow Knight yet, man. I gotta do that first, though. And right now I'm in the middle of Expedition 33. So I'll get to it, man. Just having fun in France at this point. I gotta get to Hollow Knight and I gotta get to Silk Song. And then when I finish Hollow Knight, I will not have waited 7 years. Just like how I watched Severance right before Season 2 dropped, so I didn't have to wait. My evil plot protects me from the evils of development time. Gamer Pro Dude, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some flapjacks on your way past the commissary. Hi, Dr. Sherman, I like your hair. Well, thank you. And love you. Oh, well, thank you again. You're the best at your job. Everyone here loves you and your vids, and I'll try to be here. You are very complimentary. Well, thank you very much. I, too, enjoy the work I do, and I'm glad you all enjoy it as well. I'm doing my best out in these streets. Derek May, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a hot pickle on your way past the commissary. Site director dressed as a D-class. You giving them a morale boost? And how is 682 not adapted to the acid, or is the acid an SCP? First of all, I am just about to be released from quarantine because they thought I was an anomaly. I am not a D-class, and I'm not doing anything for D-class morale. Come on. No, they thought I might have an anomaly. They listed several things that extended my stay in here from a 24-hour quarantine to a 72-hour quarantine, and I'm going to get out at the end of this stream back to work. But yes, so quarantine's over. Baby, I'm free. Meanwhile, oh yes, and I don't know how 682 has not adapted to the acid. By all accounts, it should be able to, but just, shh, don't look the gift horse in the mouth. Phantom Reactor, thank you for donating again. Spider-Man is still laughing for minutes, no breath. Did you hit Spider-Man with the meme that will cause him to die laughing? Because if you do that, we can't contain Spider-Man. So don't kill Spider-Man or we can't put it in a box. General Kitten, thank you for donating 10 gift memberships to the Site 42 Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. chat. We appreciate your generosity in the battle against the white names. And everybody in chat who got one of those memberships, make sure you thank them. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Could we use the HEV suit from Black Mesa to deal with toxins or poisonous SCPs? And would we research or kill head crabs when they pop into our world? We would definitely we have HEV suits. They're not branded HEV, that's a Black Mesa exclusive, but we do have suits for toxic scenarios like that. Meanwhile, we would keep a couple head crabs alive, but then any excess, we would burn them off. When are you getting out? Luna Love Stars, I am getting out in a minute. The stream has 1 minute left. I am just running over to the fan art here. Oh my god. Whoever's username in the Site42 Discord server is NDK. I don't know who you are, but you are a sick fuck. What is this? Why? What world would be so cursed to be here? No! I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. And guess what? Site42 staff. Oh, yes, I did see this somewhere, but now I see it here. Thank you, Itcha, for sharing this, because I didn't mean to share this. That's just a nice little doodle. That's just a nice little guy. Almost looks like a comic strip on Sundays when they're in color. Looks like this is the Dr. Sherman newspaper comic strip version. I dig it. So, Site42 staff, it is time to begin the outro so I can get out of quarantine and get back to testing on that frickin' tree. So, as always, as a tradition, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs at the end of stream. Of course, I'm not going to tell you my favorite SCPs are the ones I wrote. That would be cheating. But you could check out the SCPs I wrote at the Sherm's Site42 Hub and author page on the SCP Wiki. There, you can go there and see the SCPs I personally wrote or contributed to by voice lines or audio, stuff like that. And on the next tab over from those articles, there's some links. Some links people have been searching for that they might find very interesting. And so, while you're there, you can become a patron or a YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly. You can become you can do a Ko-Fi or a YouTube Super Chat to donate to us once at a time if you prefer that. Either way, we appreciate your generosity in keeping Site42's lights on for me and the staff. Furthermore, if you can't donate because you're broke, gang, and trust me, I understand, we're an arts community. Lots of artists are broke. Starving artists is the thing for a reason. But as long as you are here, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, chatting, then you are a valued member of Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codename the Signal Boosters. And because of your efforts, we are able to get likes, make YouTube bring people into the Site42 community, and funnel them into the SCP community so that they can help us support the wiki and its authors, artists, game devs, filmmakers, animators, everybody who makes SCP projects. We're in this together as a creative arts community, so we can do this. And thank you for your service, Signal Boosters. Phantom Reactor, thank you for donating during the outro. No, just an image of you in D-Class suit. History? Well, I've already told you why I'm in the D-Class suit, and I'm getting out soon. And meanwhile, I will get that webhead in a box. Furthermore, Sona the Sweet, thank you for becoming a Mobile Task Force Captain level member here at Site42. We appreciate your membership and your service, especially in the war against the white names. So, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a doozy. Speed round, 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a doozy. Woo! So, with that, Site42 staff, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video and or stream. Hey boy, I'ma get you. I'ma get you real good, and I bet you. Hey boy, once I get you, you'll be oh so glad that I met you. Ow, bow, bow, bow. Step one, do my highlight, make me shine so bright in our own light. Step two, silhouette right, baby, even my shadow look good, right? Step three, when I arrive, make it look my way with your hard eyes. Step four, get on the floor, make some more. When I say, I'm feeling all your attention on me. No reason to be so shy with. I ain't gonna buy, come on over. I know you wanna move a little closer. Gotta better get you with me. I got you on my radar. Soon you're gonna be with me. My strategy will get you, baby. When it is my trademark, soon you'll never wanna leave. My strategy will get you, baby. See, I thought doing that in a low register where I could actually sing it would not have been as fun if it was as doing it in funny voice. Like that one just didn't sound right if I did it in my own register. So I hope the bad singing was funny enough for. Wait a minute, what's this? They slid an envelope under the door. Okay. Dr. Sherman, we regret to inform you that you are not being released from your quarantine. It turns out there's another possible anomaly that you may be in possession of. We can tell because of how much you unreasonably don't like SCP-729-J? You've got to be fucking kidding me. No, I will not. This is not possible. Let me out of here right now. I swear.